Hello and welcome to our weekly live show. I am Fabiana, pianist and business strategist for musicians. I'm the founder and CEO of the Musicians Profit Umbrella, a global business mentorship program that helps musicians build, grow, and scale their businesses online so that they can create the financial and artistic prosperity that they want without sacrificing their quality of life. I'm excited to have today's topic of creating a sustainable music business and sharing with you some of the strategies that have allowed me to really create not one, but two businesses, a brick and mortar business, as well as an online business, and also develop an entire curriculum at a university program spanned over the course of 5 years, teaching musicians how to create their own businesses. And one of the things I want to start talking about in today's show is the fact that when we think about sustainability, what does sustainability mean? What do we even mean when we're saying creating a sustainable business as a musician? The first thing you need to do is release yourself from the model that ties you in time. That's the number one thing. If you are right now serving in any way, capacity, whether you're performing, whether you are teaching, and the amount of money that you're able to create depends on how much time you're spending with your clients, that's not sustainable. Because when you're going to want to scale, when you're going to want to grow, you're going to reach a cap as long as you have given away all of your time. So the number one thing you need to think about in terms of building a sustainable business is allowing it to scale and to grow without you needing to be involved in every step of the way. And I'll tell you a little bit of a backstory of why I'm so passionate about this topic of sustainability. It's the fact that when I started my first business back in 2011, I was doing all of the different roles. My husband and I were actually both co-founders of the school. We cleaned the school, we taught piano, we did every single aspect of the business. We marketed the business. We did so many different things to keep the business sustained, to keep it going, right? We ran all the different roles. And after 5 years of doing our, running our business in this way, we were really burned out. And I knew there needed to be a better way. And so the opportunity to come to Texas and build a program at a university kind of fell on my lap, and I decided to go for it because I was ready for a change. I was ready for a new challenge, for something different. And so I said yes, and we moved to Texas, and I literally we had to restructure our school so that it would continue working without us. And in that process, I realized, wow, in order for this to be efficient and sustainable, we need to do a lot of different things. We need to remove ourselves from the day-to-day, not just physically, but also in all of the different areas of how we were running our music school. So our teachers had to take a new role. We explained to them, what were going to be their different roles. And in many ways, they were like, wow, this sounds like it's working even better, than what it was before. And so our need to innovate and to create a different business in a model that would allow us to move to Texas while the school kept running profitably in Florida forced us to make it more efficient, right? And the thing is, when you think about your business and you think about the long-term legacy you want to create in the work that you do and also in the lifestyle that you want to build, you need to start with the end in mind, right? You need to re-engineer, how do you want your life to look like? What do you want your day-to-day schedule to be about? How can you envision your business routine, your schedule, your flexibility, the freedom that you may want to build in your business? How can you do that in a way that allows you to still create incredible results for your clients while also getting it to sustainability, allowing you to have your quality of life not feel burned out or overwhelmed, right? So the first thing is, again, looking at your model. Is your model savvy enough? Are you able to create the results that you can create for your clients without you having to be involved in everything in the process? Are you able to still do the things that you want to do for your quality of life? Are you still able to practice your instruments, work on your creativity? Are you able to take care of yourself physically, emotionally? And if that's the case, then you're always going to show up with the best version of yourself for your clients. But if it's not, and you're feeling burned out and depleted at the end of your day, then eventually it will reach a breaking point. It will not be sustainable. So this is not just about short victories, transactions, being able to make this sale or get this student enrolled or get this performance going. You want to always think long-term. What's that ultimate goal that you want for your business? And what do you need to reverse engineer in order to get it to be sustainable? So number one is your model. Are you right now trading time for money? Is everything that you do, all the opportunities to create income depend on you being there? What if you want to remove yourself from your business? What if you want to do what I did of just moving to another state and letting your business run? Or if you have an online business, if you're still having to be the one doing all of the marketing, all of the sales, the delivery of your services, let's say you're teaching your students already in the online space, Is there a way that you can create better systems, delegation strategies, and perhaps automate some processes or delete them altogether so that you can be focusing on the most important profit producing activities in your business and you can ditch all the rest? What would these need to look like? The second thing I want to share with you as we go through this training today is number one is your model. Number two is your time, your schedule. What does your day-to-day look like? And if you haven't evaluated it, you haven't audited it, this is your call to action. This is your wake-up call. You need to look at what are the things you're doing in your day-to-day and evaluate if these need to still be done by you, right? Oftentimes we hold on to that sense of control. We want to be like controlling everything. We want to make sure that we're doing everything right. And so we resist the idea of delegating, of giving things to others and having to train others in what we know so well. Let me tell you something. The first time I started my business, my first business, I hired 2 assistants because our business mentors, our coaches, told my husband and I, you need to have an assistant. But I literally told them when they came for their first week of work in my organization, I told them, I have no idea what to tell you to do. Like, I know I need to have an assistant, but I'm so used to doing it all myself that I don't even know what I need to tell you to do. And that was so funny. You know, I always remember that. The idea sometimes of figuring out the systems that you use and the processes that you have in place can feel very daunting. It's like, how do I transfer all of this to someone else? I might as well just do it myself. And that's a trap. That is a trap. If you are from this mentality, you're thinking about this, then you are not helping yourself create a sustainable business. Because the more you become the bottleneck of your business, the more you think only you can do things perfectly, and the more you want to hold on to that sense of perfectionism and control over the outcomes of your business, the slower you're going to be able to grow. And eventually you will reach a breaking point as well. You will reach a breaking point. So I want to encourage you, if you can look at your calendar and you can evaluate the different things you're doing right now and ask yourself, you know, am I really focusing on the things that really are going to produce the results that I want? Or am I wasting my time maybe trying to learn this or that other skill that isn't something I'm going to be doing in my business anyway, right? This is your call to action. This is your wake-up call. It's time to start looking at a different perspective. And the third thing I want you to know is that your modeling of the lifestyle that you want to create for your clients is number one important. In order for you to create a sustainable business, you have to practice what you preach. So if you advocate for artistic fulfillment, let's say you're an educator, you want your students to be active musically and develop their artistry and connect with their creativity, are you doing the same? Are you modeling that for your students? Or let's say you're a performer and you're attracting other performers. Maybe you're helping other musicians, I don't know, deal with performance anxiety or overcome a performance-related injury or something like that. Are you working on these things for yourself? Always remember that like attracts like. And if you want to be successful in creating a recurring system of bringing people into your business and making it a sustainable enterprise, not just from a delivery mechanism, not just from an execution standpoint, you know, but also from a growth standpoint, like you need to always be attracting new people into your business. You can't just be serving the people that are in your existing audience. If you limit yourself, and you can be doing all the marketing work that you want, but if you're limiting yourself to your existing audience all the time, instead of looking for new audiences, finding ways to attract different people through who you are, not just what you say or what you do, but who you are through your essence, through really embodying those qualities that you want to attract in those people that you want to bring to your world, you will be able to create a sustainable business. Because growth only happens when you're constantly in other people's audiences, constantly bringing in new people into your container, into your world, and not just settling for the people you have around you. It's bringing that continued sustainability through new audience generation all the time. So these 3 tips, once again, understanding what is your model? Are you still trading time for money? That's a no-no. You know, how are you managing your schedule? What are the things you're focusing on? Is there a way to improve that? And then ultimately making sure that you're always in front of new audiences and really embodying the values of the people you want to attract. If you want people who invest, are you investing? If you want people who commit, are you committing? If you want people who go all in into your process, are you going all in into the process, right? If you want people who invest in, who bet on themselves, who take fast action, who don't overthink things, are you doing that as well, right? So I want to encourage you, if this resonates with you, this week I'm actually hosting a completely free 5-day masterclass that is going in a lot more depth into this these principles. And I'm going to put the link here below where if you want to join us, you can literally be a part of this experience. We still have a few more bonus sessions left. musiciansprofitmasterclass.com. We are going into all of these concepts in a lot more depth this week, entire week leading up to the end of this year. And this is the moment for you to optimize all of your existing model, your strategies, and the way you show up online so that we can kick in the new year 2023 with complete clarity and momentum and take advantage of the highest season of the year where people want to invest, people want to start new things. You will be ready. So I want to invite you to join us at musiciansprofitmasterclass.com. We are just wrapping up today, the 4th day of the masterclass, but we have plenty of bonus sessions left, as well as access to the replays for a few more days. You can still catch up on what you have missed. So it's not too late to join. I look forward to seeing you there. Let's prosper together.